You want to know why Pokemon Unite has so many attackers and all-arounders? Well, I'm about to break it down for you. You ready? The reason is everyone picks fighters and wizards. Everyone loves fighters and wizards. Not a lot of people pick up barbarians. Not a lot of people pick up rogues. Not a lot of people pick up healers. Why is an attacker a wizard? Because all of them are ranged. Why is all-arounders a fighter? Because they're all melee. Why are rogues speedsters? Because they get up front and personal. They fight you with knives. Barbarian, because they hit you very hard, or they heal themselves and hit you very hard. One of the two. And healers just heal or prevent stuns. Don't believe me? Well, let's talk about it. The easy one to talk about is the barbarian defenders. Why are defenders barbarians? Well, you're one of two defenders. Healy McHealfuck does lots of damage fuck. Which one you want to pick? Which is your poison? Goodra does Dragon Pulse to heal itself for a whole bunch, or it does Muddy Water to tank and deal lots of damage. Crustle deals tons of damage with Shell Smash X Scissor. Mamoswine has a ton of offensive capabilities, but it has no way to heal. Lapras can heal itself using its basic attacks, but it mostly uses its abilities to deal metric tons of damage. Trevenant can heal itself, Umbreon heals itself, Snorlax heals himself. Slowbro has Oblivious, so it can heal itself. Greedent heals himself. So, yeah, it's either go the path of healing, or deal so much damage the opponent dies, whilst being durable. That is a barbarian in a nutshell. You basically are so tanky nothing can kill you, and you deal tons of damage, or you're so tanky that you can heal yourself and deal lots of damage. One of the two. You can't be a healing barbarian and a super destructive barbarian. One of the two. Pick your poison. So that's why I love defenders. That's why I'm such a big fan of defenders. I never realized it until now, but they're barbarian. And I fucking love barbarian. That's why I pick barbarian so often. Because dealing damage is fun. And being tanky is fun. Hey, I got a big club. I fuck you up. Let's go. Attackers are wizards because they have range. All the attackers have range. Greninja has a melee attack, but it's mostly range. You use your range to your advantage because you don't want to die. Low endurance means you'll die a lot, so try not to die. Try to shoot them as far as possible and hope that you can live. All-arounders are fighters because they like to brawl. Highly tenacious fighters? Sounds like a fighter class. Balanced offenses and endurances? I wonder why a fighter has to have balanced offenses and endurances. Because you want to fight to the death. That's the point. You know, Dragonite fights to the death. Machamp fights to the death. Azumarill fights to the death. That's why when you see an all-arounder, they're always aggro. They're always on your ass. You see a Charizard hunting you down, it's because he wants to hunt you down. My friend plays Charizard. And he's the most aggressive player I've ever met. I tell him to back off, he's in your face, beating your ass. Rogues. Makes sense for Speedster, because Speedsters are all melee. There is no ranged Speedster. Abilities don't count. Abilities do not count because abilities are used to get you places. You know, abilities are used to give you that little extra bit of boost. But your basic attacks are all melee, so Speedsters are rogues. They use their abilities to get into the fight, use their basic attacks, and then they get out of the fight with their abilities. Nobody uses Gengar for basic attacks. They use Gengar because he has Shadow Ball and Dream Eater. Rogues use their abilities. They don't really like to use their weapons. They just get in there, get up front and personal, and then kill you. And healers are healers because, you know, supporting. It makes sense, you know, all you need is to heal somebody or stun. One of the two. You can pick either one, you know. Sableye all about, you know, causing status conditions. Ta-da! So, after realizing all of this, my mind melted. Oh my god, it all makes sense now. That's why I'm so pissy, because we're not getting any barbarians, we're getting gross wizards and fighters. And guess what? Everybody loves picking wizards and fighters. Everybody makes tons of wizards and fighters. Have you made an OC in D&D that wasn't a fucking wizard or a fighter? Of course, because they're the most common. They're the easiest class to pick and pick up. So a lot of the time, a Pokemon is a ranged attacker or they fight to the death, but they're not a barbarian like defenders. To pick a barbarian class is really hard, because to be a barbarian, you have to understand the mindset of a barbarian. You're unga bunga. You're trying to get up front and personal, but you're trying to survive. You don't want to fight to the death. You're just surviving. You're just trying to keep your life up and ready. You're trying to defend your teammates. That's why barbarians are very sought after in teams, because barbarians help. They deal tons of damage. They're very tanky. They don't die. They usually have 1 HP. That sounds like a defender. Defenders usually are the ones last standing with very little HP left, and then they go back to the goal to heal. They're goalies, you know? Speedsters are rogues. Nobody likes picking rogues. Rogues are hard. You know how hard it is to sneak up on somebody and kill them? I know, because I pick fucking Absol, and you have to fucking hit him on the back to deal extra damage. People flick, dude. You can't hit him on the back. Hit him on the back. The only way you can do that is if your team fights them. Oh, now it makes sense. Because the team has to fight, and then you sneak up on them and kill. It's a speedster. Ta-da! You're welcome. I helped you. Healers. You heal. You reduce statuses. That's pretty obvious. Things like Jigglypuff, it puts you to sleep. Things like Azumarill can't be a healer because it doesn't do any of that. It has to fight to the death. So things, that can't compute, they have to be one or the other. You have to be a fighter, wizard, rogue, barbarian, or healer.